space firing to see if I can discover a new form that way. You make it, right?
Yeah, so often like there's new ideas right in front of you, right? And it's like it's not even so far from what you're doing. You know, it's just a matter of perspective. And, you know, trying to sort of get out of that myopic tunnel vision that we all can have, you know, with what we do. So I used to trim everything. Again, myopic tunnel vision. Like it was like everything like had to be trimmed and had to have like a deep kind of recessed foot. But more recently, the last batch of mugs I made, like I just wanted to attempt using the sort of bottom of the cup, the round like canvas, as a way to draw on, you know, and to also, I guess the dishes that I make, the inside of them are glazed and the outside is the raw porcelain. So I kind of began to really enjoy the way in which the pot kind of told the story of process, or showed what it looked like kind of naked, stripped down a little bit. And then, you know, really sanding that porcelain really well so it has a really like river rock kind of stone quality to it. So that's why all of these new cups that I'm making just pretty much go right down to the wheel head. And I'm not worried. I'm not going to leave too much clay. So in one way it was that's like I need to speed up the making of my pots a little bit so I can make more. But then I do what I do with everything. I started drawing on it, which kind of the same amount of time goes into the trimming that goes into the drawings. So, which is fine.
How thick is the bottom?
Oh, maybe an eighth of an inch thick.
Do you always, I noticed, do you always use a pinch tool for everything that you make?
Like when I check?
You always check everything?
Yeah, I have an issue. I have trust issues with myself.
Oh.
And just like
We just spend so long on it. To pull it off and have a hole in the bottom, that would be terrible. After like 20
You're
minutes.
just like cut it and like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I'm pretty.
When you're making holes with the pencil?
Yeah, but then I'm going back in and recompressing,
Okay.
so it's okay. But yeah, I'm always wowed by like Japanese potters, or like really like people that you can see have been squeezing clay through their hands for so long, and they're just like so confident, you know, in their motions. I'm just like, you know, everybody works in their own way, you know, and I just work really slowly and calculated. I'm just gonna throw this mug and then we'll probably break for lunch.
We're like leapfrogging for that, you know? It's like, I'm just going to throw this plate and then...
So when I throw cups, like mugs or cups, I typically throw in groups of 20. And no two are alike, really. You know, some will be, you know, flared, some will have, you know, one band, some will have 3, some will have 4, some will have 5. You know, some will kind of come up and take, you know, kind of straight walled and then kind of round a little bit and take on some of these roof vent forms that I've been kind of enjoying lately. You know, some will flare more like some smokestack forms that I look at. Some will just be kind of straight walled. You know, I just am always wanting to create, you know, create sort of variations on a theme without repeating. I think it's what keeps me interested.
That's a good point. When I am right down to the last forms that I'll make before a workshop, I'll usually make a bunch of little, like, tiny cups, like a shot cup or something like that. And so I'll make like 20 or 30 of those. And then the assignment is no two of them get the same decoration, and that's where I get the new decoration to my larger pieces. That's my sketchbook. And so this one here started on a little tiny cup. And fortunately, they don't always translate size-wise. You know, sometimes the scale just kills it. But that one worked out pretty well, I think. Yeah, this is like a side plate, maybe a little bit bigger than side plate. And this is the form that we kind of use the most in our house. And so we've shifted from collecting cups, which we just have way too many of, to the side plate.
I did the same thing.
And is the side plate with a rim?
Yeah, I need to have that space for decoration, so I'll put it.
And it can hold, as it can still be a vessel. It's a
Yeah.
plate and a vessel.
Yeah, kind of a shallow, very shallow bowl or closer to a plate, but yeah. And I've just finally wrapped my brain around actually carving the inside of it, so this could just go right up to a small rim. And I don't know, I have these hang-ups sometimes, and it's like, oh, I couldn't just carve the whole inside of it, but of course I can. And I sent one here, actually, it must be downstairs in the gallery, where I just, carved the whole inside, and, shockingly, everything was okay.
Do you guys sometimes draw, keep sketchbooks of shapes and forms that you want to?
I very rarely do myself. It mostly works its way out into clay.
I have piles of sketchbooks. I always have since I was little. I don't sketch on the wheel too much. I sketch, I actually draw.
Some potters have that head nod thing. I don't think either of us do that, right?
A little bit.
He's got a little
I'm just
bit.
joking.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even know I'm doing it.
Like
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Just a little one, right?
Mine's pretty severe. I was joking.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Like making a milkshake over there?
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just like this kind of thing?
Your head goes around.
Oh,
the
head
floor.
nodding.
Oh,
Yeah.
nod.
And
I
there's a
thought you
little-
said not,
Oh,
like
no.
K-N-O-T.
Oh, a head nod?
Like,
N-O-T.
what's a head nod?
Yeah.
Probably a really bad headache, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
I used to see people doing it, and I'm like, what?
What's up with that?
I think it's just years of like, I think it just happens.
Well, I don't know, I think, you know what, you're bent, it's probably part of the musculoskeletal thing, you're just bending over that, bending and you're just trying to loosen your muscles.
I know for me it's connected with the fact that there's a little bit of off center somewhere in there. And my head's like trying to find it.
Not saying that.
I studied with Bill Dale when I first started, and he has a really pronounced one, but he also has his tongue out.
Yeah. Yeah, my neighbors growing up would do that with they would play basketball, and every time they were driving the lane, it was like tongue was out.
That's something that you see among, if you watch some children in preschool. It's sort of natural. Some people, when they're concentrating, when they're little, have their tongue out. You see it in an occasional toddler, just a thing.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago when I was an undergraduate, one of the gym classes that I took was a trampoline class. And the teacher said, stop. Because the teacher just jumped off the ground. Teacher said, stop, don't you know what you're doing? And I had no idea. It seemed that every time I was jumping, I was sticking my tongue out. And she was afraid I was going to hurt myself.
Oh, yeah.
Bite your
I had
tongue
no
off.
idea. She was afraid I was going to hurt myself. But, long time ago when I was. But I have no idea what she's doing.
You said your family uses the size plate a lot.
Mhm.
Do your kids, all
They hardly know manufactured pots. Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
I mean, not the 1-year-old.
I was just gonna say that, what, yeah.
But my 4-year-old,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's hazards to it, like a few months ago, at those collaborative cups that I showed, that Adam and I did, my 4-year-old got PO'd at something and just hurled it, you
Yeah.
know? Or what was I doing? I don't know, whatever, yeah, just, you know. I'm willing to take that risk, you know.
The 1-year-old, boy or girl?
I have 2 boys.
Oh, 2 boys.
A girl would be nice, but Peltzmans just don't know how to make them.
Oh.
I have 2 brothers, and
There's quite a bit of extra clay under this that gets trimmed off to go back to what Doug was talking about. I think that slump mold is in my future. You know?
it gets difficult with more rounded things,
Oh, yeah.
I found, because when you drape a slab over, it gets like cinched up,
Yeah.
you know?
Grabs onto it.
Yeah, I've made bowls like that before, and they just, I don't know, they tend to like want to warp a little bit.
Oh, yeah. That's a little more of a bowl than I meant for you.
I'm a real fusser. You know, and I realize I fuss over things that I'm just gonna trim a lot, you know, but I gotta feel good about it, right? So I'm gonna just call that a cup, and we can kind of take a little breather here for lunch. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. It's kind of big, right? Kind of a big one.
Big cup.
But, you know, I found that
Stein.
they always look big. Porcelain shrinks so much.
How long a break do you want to do?
30 minutes? Does that work for you guys?
2:45?
45?
Yeah, let's do that. A little bit before 3.
Yeah.